Mm-hmm.
The customer will save more, and it'll be a better looking deal for them, and we still make out, well.
Welcome aboard, everybody. Look, this is, I'm glad that we've got at least us on the meeting, but this is showing you clearly that how important it is to communicate with your team, okay? In order to get people to show up. Tuesday before okay, here's Christian.
Okay.
There he is.
Well,
Christian,
everybody
welcome
knows.
aboard. Christian, there's Don Heyman. Excellent. Okay, can everybody hear me? If you have a camera, please turn your cameras on, okay? Sergio is here. There you go. Everybody comes in at 7. Okay. Hey, Serge, how you doing? Don, can you turn your camera on? Christian, do you have a camera? And come off mute so we can hear you. Christian. I don't know if he can hear me.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, that must be like his note taker or something.
Oh, that's probably what it is. Okay.
Note taker.
All right. So that's either Firefly, Note Taker, or Otter. There's a lot of different AI tools out there that you can take notes with. There's Christian right there. Nice to meet you, young man. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. My name is David Chevalier, and I'd like to know, is there any chance that I might be able to get to meet you one-on-one on a call like this in the next couple of days? I know you're a busy guy. Okay. About what time? Get with Pam and set it up so that I can get with you. I want to just meet up with you and have a little conversation, okay?
Okay.
All right, so guys, here we go. I want to take it through and talk about this real quick. The first thing I want to talk about is a word called edification, okay? I got my head kind of handed to me during the week because one of our leaders is under the impression that we didn't do edification properly. And went during a presentation when you're talking about your upline. And I think that it's a real important thing to know for everybody. And as soon as he said that that we weren't doing edification properly, I then said back to him, I think the reason that we're not doing it properly is because you, as our upline, has not trained us on anything about who you are or what your titles are, or anything like that of any sort. And so I fought for the team, if you will. But here's the deal. There's a trick to edification, okay? The edification comes in a lot of different, in our business will come in a lot of different ways. The first way that you take advantage of edification is by you guys edifying me. Okay, you get to utilize me in every single conversation that you're involved in, because you know that I'm a chatty Cathy and I like to talk to everybody, and I am a wealth of information. When I tell you I'm going to do something, I actually get it done. I contact everybody. I communicate with everybody. I do everything I can to stay in touch. I do incredible follow-up, those kind of things. So
let me stop you for a minute. Are you recording?
Yes, I am recording. Now, okay. So the next thing is, I would like really quickly for each of you to just take a quick minute and tell me what is it that, like, how could you edify me? If you were to introduce me to somebody in a recruiting presentation, as an example, what I'd like Pamela to introduce me to Christian right now on the phone. How would you go about doing it? How'd you like that? Right when you put all that food in your mouth.
It's greens, David. It's greens.
Mm-hmm.
Swallow.
So what comes to mind for me
I don't want it to come to mind. I want you to do it off the top of your head
Okay.
right now. Edify, just introduce
Got
me to Christian.
So Christian, I would like you to meet David. David has been in the field. He is in the Philippines, and he runs a virtual assisting down there. And what I know about David is I know you're in marketing, and what I said to you was this is the type of marketing that you can learn that is not taught in a classroom. This is just the school of hard knocks of it, having experience, and he can teach us how to build a business with systems and duplication processes. And
Craig Doty, do me a favor. Good job, Pamela. Craig Doty, do me a favor and introduce me to Sergio, please.
Sergio, what's up? Where are you? I don't see you, but I want to introduce you to David Chevalier out in the Philippines. David has built huge teams in a company called Primerica. So he has a lot of experience in this industry, like, network marketing in general and building teams. He, was very successful, actually retired out to the Philippines and really just doing business out there because he loves it and loves to teach and help people. And he's an awesome mentor, and I'll let him take it from there.
Okay. Dawn, how would you introduce me to somebody in a downline? How would you introduce me?
Well, you're not an engineer.
That's correct.
I don't know you that well, but what I know of you so far, you're an awesome mentor, like Craig just said. I don't know anything else really about you other than that you're a
Okay.
great mentor for me.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to give you a little heads up on me. Craig, just about 10 or 15 minutes ago, you were talking to Pamela about what you guys are doing through the door knocking, what you're excited about watching the videos, the things like that. And you and Pam had a great conversation going, and I was listening to the whole thing. And during that whole thing, I was taking in my mind, I was saying to myself, I wonder where in the conversation he's going to talk about me. That's what I actually was wondering. Where in the conversation am I going to be brought up in the conversation? Now, guys, I'm not trying to be pompous in any way, but I'm trying to show you that there is a way that we can set the stage. That's what it's called, setting the stage, to bring me into a conversation to be able to help you. I have absolutely zero skills. I know nothing. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a techie. I'm all self-taught in everything that I do. I have no skills whatsoever. I can't mow a lawn. I can't trim a tree. I can't shovel snow. I have no skills whatsoever other than one thing. What do you think that one thing is? What do I speak about constantly with you guys? When I communicate with somebody, what do I do?
getting things done, being straight.
Aim for the heart. And
Okay, that's a good one right there. Getting things done. Craig, you just said what?
aim for the heart and the head will follow.
That's right. That's who I am, okay? I am a guy that is there. I am constantly with you. I don't let you down. I'm always on your butt. I'm right there with you, sharing constantly. That's my gift, okay? And that's the gift that you pass along to people. That's how you can introduce me. Figure out your own way of communicating with me. You know, you could say things like, he's got a big heart. This guy cares about everybody. He helps me with my team. He constantly keeps me informed about what's going on. You never have to worry about anything. He's always going to be there for you. That's the kind of thing that I like to be known for. Okay. The Primerica stuff, all that bullshit, that's all stuff that let me communicate about it. It does no good in any kind of a reference. My claim to fame is aim at the heart and the head will follow. I communicate with people by listening to what they're talking about. It does sound like that I talk a lot, and I know that I do, but my real gift is that I listen. Even when I'm talking, I hear the things that are going on, and I focus on the little points of interest, and I focus on what people say. It's major important. That's who I am, okay? If you focus on me that way, if you make your focus be that way, it's easy to write a 2-line or a 3-line little spiel about how you might introduce me. Write it down on a sheet of paper, go into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to clean it up, memorize it, and you're all set for edification. The other thing is I really don't care about edification. It doesn't matter to me if you do it incorrectly or poorly. Please trust me, it does not matter even a little bit to me. Okay.
I've always done it prior to even introducing you. You know what I mean? Like I brag on you before I even get you on the phone.
Exactly. And I do the same for each of you. Like there is not anybody on this call that I couldn't do it right off the top of my head instantly, just like that. If I was talking to somebody in your downline, I can do it just like that. Not because I'm a born salesperson, but because I'm trained. I focus on it on a daily basis. I focus on those kinds of things. Okay. With that being said, we want everybody to know that Hans is now officially our mentor. He is the guy that is going to be doing he's the guy that's going to be doing our sales, and he's a great guy to get with. His calendar, if you don't have it, you should get it. And when you put a deal into your system, once you put a deal into your system, an electric bill in your system, and you choose him on the calendar, you can get with him and you can set up a time to do a pre-appointment, if you will, where you go, he'll share with you the spreadsheet and so forth. And then you'll know what's going on inside the deal, something that we were lacking in the past, but now we have. It is going very well. That piece is going really well.
The one thing I could add to that is if you're going to enter a lead in your back office, make sure to take out the state after you confirm that the person, after you confirm that Hans is certified within that state or whatever you want to call it. Because I know for me and I know Jim was one. I don't know if you had problems with it, Craig, but
I did.
Oh, and Dawn as well. And we all had the same problem where it asks you for the state, but you can't select the mentor unless you take the state out.
Right. Well, you don't even have to click on the state. All you have to do is click the down arrow key, choose Hans, and put it in. And
yes, if you know Hans, right? If you know Hans is
certified in that state.
Well, Hans can sell in any state, right? You don't have to be certified in the state to sell.
You don't have to be certified in Texas, no.
No, not in yeah, but I think you have to know whether or not they're certified or not. I could be wrong, but I believe so.
Okay, we need to look into that. That's something we need to look into. Okay.
Now, has Hans done an intro?
No, he has not. But he has not done any description in the bio section of the account. No, yeah. He is not an engineer. He's a financial banking specialist. He's been a specialist in banking for years. This guy knows numbers better than anything else. Has great spreadsheets. You know, somebody that I really like listening to, understands money really well, knows how to save money, knows how to buy products and services, knows how to get his kids through college, all that kind of stuff. That's how I would describe Hans. Okay. Great man, great family guy, easy to get along with, not pushy sales guy. He's really pretty cool. Okay. Next thing I want to go over is in the WhatsApp. Everybody needs to be with anybody that has a downline. I hate saying that terminology. I don't like the term downline. I wish there
I
was
don't
a
either.
better word for it.
How about
but-
just team?
anybody
Team.
that has a team, anybody that's building a team, anybody that comes into your team, you need to get them into WhatsApp. Okay. Anybody that does not have at this point an onboarding document, if you have not built your own onboarding document, I highly recommend that you either get with me or build your own onboarding document. Here's another thing that you can use as an edification for me. I don't give anything away. That's pretty cool. He doesn't give anything away. He's a very greedy individual. This guy is so greedy, it's unbelievable. In order to get anything from him, you have to get online with him and spend 10 minutes, and then he'll give it to you. But he's not just going to hand it out. That you can use that kind of verbiage. That's the way that I want to be known as. I want to be known as somebody that they can click on my link and get to me so that I can help them immediately. I'm a one-on-one kind of a guy. I just gave you a couple of really great one-liners right there. Greedy, 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 greedy bastard. I don't care. You can also say that I'm mean. Okay. He's mean, but he has a kind heart. He's crazy, but educated. You know what I'm saying? I went through life like this. Okay. I mean, I was introduced on stage at Primeric with 250 people in an audience or 5,000 people in an audience saying, "Here comes Crazy Chevalier." Okay. So it doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form, because
Marco in the, see if he's
the only thing I care about doing whenever I'm with anybody on a one-on-one or in a group is I like to only try to do one thing to the group or to the individual. What is that one thing I like to do?
Strategize.
Encourage.
Next appointment.
Those things are sales things. What are things that I like to do personally? What are things that I like to do with every individual?
Ask what you want to get. What
Ride your ass.
your goals are.
What's the one thing I'm super good at? What's the one thing you notice about me every time you're on a call with me? What can I get people to do?
Open
It's
up.
very cool. It's really cool.
ChatGPT and prompt.
I don't do anything else but make people have a smile on their face, just like Craig Doty right now. Okay, just like that, just like Dawn, just like Pam right now. My goal is to get somebody to have a belly laugh or to smile so that there's reaction on the camera. I'm in the Philippines. It is my only way to interact with people. I've been doing it all my life. And the goal for me is to get you to a smile. One way or another during the conversation, you're going to smile. And when that smile takes place, that is when I'm in my comfort zone, and it's like me shaking your hand or patting you on the shoulder. It's my connection to you. The other thing you'll notice is that this is a poor habit, but normally when I'm on camera, I'm not looking into the camera like this because I have 3 monitors and only 1 camera. So I'm always like this. But if I'm being told to focus and get in the camera, you know that I'm looking at you and I'm talking to you. I'm there. I'm looking for your eyeballs, if you will. Okay. Next thing is, let's talk about the Facebook group. This is the Facebook group right here. You need to be, oh, David, you're a bonehead.
Can we use that?
Yes, absolutely. This guy is the most boneheaded guy I've ever met in my entire life, but he has a heart of gold. That's a perfect one. See that laugh? Look at that belly laugh right there on.
Look at Don Hyman laughing.
Right? That's how you do it. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. That is what I do. Okay. And I can do it with anybody, any age. It doesn't matter. Senior, children, teens, 20s. It doesn't matter. That's my goal. That's what I strive to do. Okay. I really can do two things. I can piss you off really quickly, or I can make you laugh. Okay. And I enjoy doing both. So,
Very direct.
right here is the Build Network. This is a website that you've got to, if you're into the website, if you're in the group, you should be able to log right in and get in. Okay. And then if you're going to invite somebody, you're going to click on the invite button over here. And when you click on the invite button, what it's going to do is it's going to populate, but it's going to populate from your Facebook account, right? It's going to be populating from your Facebook account. So if the person that you're trying to get into the group is not in your Facebook account, you're not going to get them. It means that you're not connected. So as an example, one of my best buddies on the call right now is Marco. I love spending time with Marco. He is like eager to go. He's like the guy ready to knock it out. He's going to be Mr. New Jersey. That's my goal with Mr. Marco. So Marco, do you have a Facebook account?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay. You need
Yeah,
to,
he and I are working it out right now.
We're doing
okay,
it
so
right
you
now,
guys are
David.
working it out. Okay, very good. Get him in and get him on. I have two Facebook accounts. I have the David Chevalier account right here. This is my David Chevalier account. I have multiple Facebook. There's David Chevalier, and then here's my David James account. And you can message me. You can actually be in both my accounts. You can send a request to both my accounts, and I'll take you on because I use labels. And I use labels inside my accounts to keep track of everybody. Okay. But back to this right here, the Build Network. Guys, this is a golden nugget, to be perfectly honest with you. So when you have a team, when you're building a team, you need to have an onboarding document. If you don't have an onboarding document, you got to get with me if you want to see my onboarding document. Okay. And I'll share. I don't have it here, you idiot. I don't have the onboarding document. Yeah, I do right there.
I would say I do.
I didn't give it to you until you got with me, right? There's
Right.
my onboarding document. Now, this is not the document. This is the outline. Okay. This is where, this is how you onboard somebody. Okay. And so what I do is I have a folder here that has all my work stuff in it. So everything that I do on a daily basis, there's my work stuff, the things that I need to get to quickly. Then I have a folder that has all my prompts in it for ChatGPT right here. And then Facebook marketing, profiles that I want to go after, friends lists that I want to target, reels that I like, and groups that I target on Facebook. Okay. I bookmark everything, so I'm fast and furious when I'm doing stuff. So this page right there, that Build Network page, is a major tool, major tool. And the way that I go about using it, I'll show you the ones that I really like the best. This is the meeting for tonight. Okay. This was last night. This is the Millionaire Mindset done by Samuel Bean. Okay. Now Samuel's in my downline. Great leader, really a great leader. He's got good spiels. He does a really good job doing that. And then you can scroll down and you can just listen to different people. But what I did is I built a document that will take you right to, I listened to this training today. This is the sales meeting that they do. This is yesterday's sales meeting, but this is from last week. This one here is the one I highly recommend. Okay. Not the solar training. My bad. This one,
Keep going. I think it's the one that says JC Live. Yep, I think it's, no, not that one.
Well, the way I would find it's this one right here. And if you click on it, this one right here. This one right here. Okay. How I got to mentor in 11 weeks with no solar experience. Okay. Now listen to me. Christian, this is really a good one for you. This guy this guy sold 2,100 solar units, solar sales in 2022 during the pandemic by following this little system right here. Okay. Now he didn't go out and do door knocking for the whole 2 years. He did it for probably 3 or 4 months. That's how long he did it for, just till he built up his pipeline. Okay. Now the next thing I want to talk to you about is this section, is this piece. This is our WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp channel called Solar Changes Lives. That's where everybody should, if you're in WhatsApp, you should get in here. This is our group chat for our team. And then this is the group chat for my team that is with my upline, which is Hans. And then we have Solar Proposals, which is with the headquarters. I do not recommend that you put anybody that is just an affiliate into the Solar Proposal group. Anybody that's an affiliate in our organization, they should go in the Solar Training or the Solar Changes Lives group, and they should go in the network group. And these are places where you can find all kinds of documents and all kinds of things that are going on. As an example, you can see right here that we did the congratulations to Hans. I know that people saw that. This is where I post stuff. Now, right here, you'll notice that what I posted was the Facebook. This is the actual link to the door knocking it's called D2D, capital D, number 2, capital D, door-to-door presentation. Okay. And then what I did is I actually did the Google Slides. I broke this up completely down and did the Google Slides. And I also broke it down so that I gave you the starting time where you could get into the meeting and only get the presentation itself rather than all of the fluff. Okay. I think that's a real important thing for you to know. I like doing things like that. That's another thing that you can say about me if you want. I like to do things over and above to make it easy for people. Okay. I would go through this and learn it. This is a really cool deal. Now, the other piece is I'm going to show it to you. There it is. There's the slides. I think there's like 10 slides, 11 slides. This is so cool. It's unbelievable. Okay. Now look at, I'm going to go through a couple of these slides, and I'm going to do this really quickly because this is all pretty much common sense. Okay. But has anybody listened to that presentation yet? Marco, you've listened to the presentation, haven't you?
I
Marco?
have.
Okay. Dawn has and Pamela has. Okay,
Not
so
yet.
Dawn, tell me what you liked about the presentation. Anything stand out for you in the presentation?
Yeah, it did. To me, it did. I liked his scripts.
You like the scripts. Okay.
Yeah.
The parts about actually talking to the people at the door, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Those are really good.
Yes.
Anything else? Pamela, what stood out for you?
That even though we're getting ready to hit the summer months in Houston, that it's very doable to get in the car and go and map out like the road warrior
Yeah.
and how we can map out our plan and have a plan of action of, small consistent actions. It seems very doable.
Craig, did you download Road Warrior? Have you used it yet?
No.
No.
can I share with you what I thought was what turned me on about this whole thing?
Sure.
What turned me on about this is the very beginning, before you even got to any of the presentation. I liked listening to his story, because here's the deal. He made up his mind. He made up his mind about what? What did he make his mind up about, Dawn? What was it that he made his mind up about?
Well, that he was going to make money.
That he was going to be a professional.
And he was going to do it for what? Forever.
25
Yeah,
years.
forever. Yep.
It's going to be his career. I'm
Mhm.
doing this forever. Okay.
Mhm.
He made a total commitment to it. And how do you know that he made a total commitment to it? Because why? Because he did what? What's the first thing he did? He put a list of over 200 people together. He put a list of 200 people together on a sheet of paper, and he said what to those people when he called them up on the phone?
This is
I'm
gonna
in
be
the
my
solar business. I'm in the solar business for
Yep.
life. I'm not here to try to sell you any solar. I'm just here to let you know that I'm the solar guy. I want to be the solar king. And if there's anything that you need to know about solar, will you get in touch with me? I
Yes.
thought that the commitment level was absolutely astronomical. Okay.
Hmm.
I took that to heart. Okay. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing with you guys right now. I can promise you, there's no other teams out there doing a meeting before the meeting. There's nobody out there other than Samuel Bell doing his own meetings, but I think he learned it by seeing us on the meeting, and it drives him crazy to hear the words high ticket innovator. I hope that's what's really happening. Okay.
Christian, just so
That's
you know,
fine, loud and proud, David.
Yeah, loud and proud. That's the game plan.
Damn straight.
200 people to 200 people to his list. What can you be guaranteed that I'm always going to say to everybody you introduce me to, whether it's a recruit or a brand new person? What am I going to always say to them?
You have a list.
Do you have a list? And is there any way that I might be able to help you to put together a list? Will you be willing to help out your brother? Listen, Debbie, this was really wonderful doing a presentation here for you last night. Don is going to be very good at this. I really enjoy working with him. And I know that I know that you and him get along really well. I can see the smile on your face. I see the two of you guys laughing together. You're a great brother and sister team. I think it's just wonderful. And are you willing to help out Don? And I do that with everybody. She says yes. I said, now look it. When they say yes, the next thing out of my mouth is I tell them exactly how to do it. Do not think for 1 minute that you can passively tell people to do something or ask people to do something and that they're going to automatically do it. Trust me on this. People do not do what they say they're going to do unless you do what? Unless you do what?
Unless you do it yourself.
Out for him.
or
Okay,
unless,
do
you,
it yourself,
unless you say,
and unless you do what with them?
put the,
Unless
put the
Welcome.
request out.
follow up.
Hmm.
Unless you follow up. If you do not follow up, and if you do not give calls to action, people will do nothing, absolutely nothing. Okay. I don't care who you are. They will do absolutely nothing. It does not mean that it doesn't make anybody a bad person. It just makes it so that nothing's moving forward. And
Mhm.
why would you get involved in this and try to be the king or queen of your territory if you're not going to push forward, if you're not going to really make that happen? The beginning section of that recording was what really turned me on in his presentation. This beginning section, all the way up to right here, 2203, right up to that point, everything from there to 2203 is kind of his story about how he felt the day that, how he dealt with his wife, how I spoke to my wife and told her what was going to happen. I'm going to miss birthday parties. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go out and do it constantly. I'm not going to stop. This is what I'm going to do for my career. I'm going to make this my career. That was what he said. Okay. So you've got to find, you don't have to, but you should think about figuring out what it is your purpose is, legitimately writing it down, what your purpose is, embedding it into your brain and making it so that you can communicate what it is that you want to communicate. I thought that I'm going to be right up front with you. I am the one. He also talked about at the end of the presentation, he talked about people and business cards, the shirts, the hats and things like that when you're going out doing canvassing. And he made a statement that there's a lot of people out there that don't like to use business cards. I am one of those kind of guys. I always hated business cards. I really didn't like them at all. I don't know why. I just think that something got in my brain and I just never got rid of it. But I never used a business card. I just never did. Okay. Back in my day, in the 80s, I was using Instamatic cameras. Okay. I used to use an Instamatic camera and I would take pictures of people. I would take pictures of situations. And what I would do is I would say to somebody, hey, I just took a picture of this. Is that your kid riding that horse or that pony, or is that your child? Which one is your child? Let me get a picture of you and your child. Oh, you and your wife look great together. Let me grab a picture of it. And then I would ask for their name and their name so that I could take the picture to them personally. Email was just starting to come out. So I was actually writing it down. I would write down the name and number and email if I could. I never used a business card. In this particular case, if I was in the United States, I have to tell you, anything that comes out of JC's mouth, anything that this guy talks about, I would take it to heart. Okay. And that's something, if I'm saying that about somebody, I'm telling you, I'm serious about it. If I was there in the United States, I would copy every single thing that guy did, everything he would do, and I would go do it immediately. Okay. It's very,
when JC says take copious notes, it's important.
Absolutely. It totally is. Absolutely. It is absolutely one of the most important things you can do. I mean, this guy is sharp. Okay. Know your business, understand your business. So that's what I really liked about the recordings, this recording right here. So I did it. The link is inside the WhatsApp. I've already talked about onboarding. Sorry for the background noise. I've taken WhatsApp. I've talked about that. I talked about the onboarding. Now what I want to talk about is let's talk about about Redfin. The Redfin deal, what I thought I would do for everybody that I think would be a good idea is this. I'm already started it for Pamela and for Marco, but I don't have any zip codes for Marco. I will build out the Redfin list if you'd like me to, okay? And I'll build it out based on the specifications that JC spoke about. 2-year-old new home, and just moved into the house within the last 3 months.
3 months. Yeah.
And then the way that he talks about it working is the Redfin application is about $10 a month. So it's pretty inexpensive. Okay. But what you do is you route it out so that when it says, where are you leaving from, when it's doing the optimization, you leave from your home, and then where do you want to end up? It's your home again. So that what it does is it maps out everything and takes you all the way around to every place that you've got to go, all the way back to your house. Okay. And so when you put the information into the app, let's say you're doing it for the first week and you go around the map for the first week, at the end of the first week, there's probably a bunch of them that you haven't, that you either were not interested. If it's not interested, it gives you a place where you can put a note, N/I not interested. If it's, people not there, you can put no answer if you want, or come back, however you want to label it, so that at the end on the second week, when you're going to do it, you're going to reverse it so that you're going to start from the nighttime when you're getting back to your home. You're going to start from there and go the other way around, because then it will make it so that you're seeing those people at a different time of the day. Did that make sense the way I just made it come out?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions about it?
No, what you mean is that you're going to move the person because they weren't home. So now you're going to check and see if they're available during the morning because they weren't available at night. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but you're not moving anybody. All you're doing is changing your route. So when you start the first week, you might start from going, your application will start where you're going, leaving from your house and going to your house. And then on the second week, you might be going when you get to your house to when you want to leave your house. Does that make sense? You're reversing it,
Okay, got it.
because then you don't have to do anything to the app. It'll
Got
just take you backwards. Okay. I think
Yep.
that's a pretty cool way of going about doing it. That makes perfect sense to me. Okay.
David, do you know how much the Road Warrior is?
Road Warrior, I think he told me, was $10 a month.
Huh.
Yeah, about $10 a month is what he said. Okay,
Yeah,
now
Dawn and I are gonna do this together. We're gonna go tag team and do this. So whenever you're working on those, we're gonna try to see what we can do, because we're gonna teach. We have to learn, so then we could teach others.
and look, here's something really cool. If you have good internet, if you're out and about, if you have data on your phone, there would be absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, I always look for the coolest and the quirkiest and craziest things to be able to do to make people smile and laugh and stuff like that. If you want, you can even use me if I know you're going out on the road and you're out and your phone is, you have the capability of using your phone out there. You can put me on the phone and I'll be right there with you. If you want, you can wear an earpiece. I'll help you out all along the whole way. I mean, I seriously will. I would love to try it. I would absolutely love to try it. You're
We'll
on
do
mute.
that. Yeah.
Craig, you're on mute.
Yeah, no, that's like some CIA level stuff, the
Absolutely.
earpiece. Yeah, cool.
Absolutely.
I would love that. That would be fun.
I mean,
And
I would
I
do
got the perfect headset for it. See there? You just stick those right in there. Can't see much.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the coolest, because I would get, you guys would go crazy with me. I would not be stopping. I just would love to be out there knocking on doors. I would get a kick out of it like you would not believe. I love that kind of competition, but I also, I like the heat. I really do like heat. It doesn't matter how hot it gets. I love to sweat. I don't care about any of that.
I care
and
about what I look like while I'm sweating, David.
Okay, but here's the deal. I don't care about that. I don't care. I even like it when there's a line of sweat going down my pants. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Whatever it takes. I love it. I seriously love it. All right. The next thing I think we need to go over is, let's talk about what I felt was super, super important. And that is this little document here. Where is it? Let's do this little document right here. This is fun for me, because I hope I'm not catching everybody off guard, but I hope I'm catching you off guard. Here we go. How many people know the first 10 slides? You've gone through it. Have you been using the PowerPoint presentation that I sent? Anybody that wants this in PowerPoint format with all of the verbiage already written out, in order to get it, guess what you got to do?
Connect with you on a one-on-one.
Because I'm not giving it away. It took me 3 hours to do. You're not getting it for free. Giving things away for free are what the gurus do online to suck you in for $3,000 a month. Okay. Look at, let me tell you something else I did that's really cool. Let me see if I have the prompt. I'll see if I can find it here. I took that slide. I took that PowerPoint presentation, and I made it be, let's see here. What did I call it? Is it not there? I have it maybe over here. I took every slide and took out all of the verbiage, okay? And I put it into a single document, and I use it as my content for ChatGPT. Does everybody know what I mean by that?
No, can you repeat it?
Not totally.
I took this presentation right here.
Okay.
I copied every slide like this, all the way down, copied it all the way down. I pasted it onto a Google Sheet. Then I cleaned up the document on a Google Sheet and made it so that I had all of the text. And then whenever I write my prompts, whenever I write a prompt, the context of the business is all of this. And I just cut the context off and put it into the prompt. So now the prompt will say something like, this is what I do for a business. And I want you to reply to all my, my content that I provide to you based on the content that you're getting from this document, so that it knows that it's talking about all of this kind of stuff. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I have that document as well. And if you want to get it, you have to do what?
Get in contact with you.
That's
One-on-one.
That's right.
High ticket innovators.
High ticket innovator. You got that right. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about, now these slides are good. I think that another thing we should do is let's talk about how we should learn this. Do you guys want to learn it together? Do you want to learn it one-on-one? Do you want to learn it in small group? But somebody on their team needs to do the presentation to me, or I need to do it to you guys. I don't care how we do it first, but that's what you should think about. Be prepared to start learning to do this presentation, because if you're doing a presentation and you're doing a presentation to individuals through the recruiting process by just speaking with them over the telephone, and you're not setting an appointment for them to come and meet you, then you're really not doing it 100% correctly. In other words, when I met with Don Heyman, I said to Don, let's take a look at him and I had a conversation. I said, okay, let's get with me and I'll show you what it is that I do. I took him through the presentation. Okay. And then I said, what do you think? Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Where are you? He told me where he was. I said, so that means you still have questions. He said, yes. He told me his questions. The next day he signed up, he enrolled in the program. We also don't sign people up. Okay. Try to keep away from the word sign up. It's enroll. Okay. It's an enrollment. All right. Now, so think about when we should think about when we should all get together and start to learn this presentation together, because on a PowerPoint slide, it's really on this PDF, it's really easy to do because you can just go through it just like this. It's pretty clear on my computer, right? You can see it pretty clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really nice when it's in PowerPoint format. When it comes in the PowerPoint presentation format, it's really nice and big and pretty beautiful, to be honest with you. Let me see if I have a PowerPoint presentation here. Pretty nice, huh?
Yes.
Now look at this. This is really cool. Oh my God, look at that. All the verbiage. Oh my God, is that easy or what?
Where did you put that? You gave it to me, but where did you put that? Do you
What do
remember?
mean put it? I gave it to you. I didn't put it anywhere. I gave it to you. I don't know where you put it.
Well, I don't know where. Yeah, I'll have to search.
But isn't that cool?
Yes.
Oh, that Mr. David guy, he's such a cool guy. Look at that. Look at all that verbiage.
It goes
Look
above
at
and
all-
beyond.
Look at above and beyond. Look at all that verbiage. Look
Yeah.
at all that verbiage. Oh my word. Look at all that verbiage. You know how long this took? This was not an easy task. Look at all that verbiage. It's all there. This is Kevin Marino. Samuel Bean, Pacheco. I don't know what Pacheco's first name is. I can't think of it. And myself. Look at that. All
When you-
that.
When you put it in presenter view, the person you're showing it to will not see the text, and you can at the top in the top where it says slideshow, you put it in presenter view,
Where
top
do you see
right,
Top right.
top right, click that, drop down, see presenter view. So when you do that, we should only see the presentation and not the text, any of the text that you're able to read.
Is that happening right now?
Yeah, yeah, right now we just see the presentation, but you can see text on your side, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but
what I like about this is it's duplicatable.
how do you change the slides?
Just click enter or use the arrow keys.
Oh yeah, look, and that is really cool. Presenter view right there. It's exciting to be here with you, sharing the opportunity here on either Zoom or Google Meet. Thanks for taking the time tonight with me. Yeah, that's really cool.
So the person that you're presenting to doesn't see that you have notes in front of you, and you can use those as cues or read, you don't want to read it like a robot, but you
Right. I don't read it like a robot, but let
No, I
me
know
tell
you
you something about me. Let me tell you something about me. I'm definitely not afraid to let them see all the verbiage. You know why? Because I want to be relatable with the client. I want the client to know that this is how I'm doing it. I'm really successful at it. They can say to you, well, what makes you successful? Well, I have 650 people on my team in the last 2 months doing it just like this, And if you join me now, I'll build your team as well. I mean, simple stuff. I love doing it. I absolutely love doing it. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, guys, it is officially 5 minutes to, it's 8 minutes to 8. So let's jump on to the opportunity meeting.
So explain what that is, just for Marco and Christian, just if they don't know, if you will.
The opportunity meeting.
Yes.
Okay, Christian, this presentation that I'm talking about right here, this presentation is done every Tuesday and every Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 5 o'clock Pacific Time, and it's done by the headquarters. And this is if you, as an example, if you were inviting people to come to the meeting and you wanted to have them see it for the first time, you would have their name and number on a sheet of paper. You would invite them, or on a spreadsheet, you'd invite them to the meeting, and you'd tell them, watch the meeting. And when the meeting is over, take 5 minutes and communicate with me, because the officials from the headquarters, the president of the company, the senior vice president, sometimes the owner, but high-end people from the company do this opportunity meeting. It's also a great way to learn the presentation the way I'm talking about it right now. The people where I got all the verbiage that I was talking about was from the people doing the presentation. Okay. So this is a great way to learn it. And another thing is if you learn this presentation, then you'll know an awful lot about solar. Okay. Because another thing that I really, really enjoyed about the 11 weeks to mentor from JC was the fact that when he started, he knew absolutely nothing about solar. He knew nothing about solar. That is impressive. He knew nothing about solar. He didn't even know what an inverter was. Okay. Do any of you know what an inverter is?
No.
Yeah, I know from the video.
Okay. I don't know what an inverter is, other than that it's a piece of equipment that makes it so that the electric from the grid or from the electricity can go in and out. It can go into the house from the grid, and it can go out of the house from the solar to the grid. An inverter. Am I right?
It converts the energy from the panels into usable energy from the house, like DC to AC.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Or as DCAC, JC said, he wasn't sure which way it was. But then somebody said ACDC. We just remember the group.
Yeah.
And the link is in the chat for the next meeting. And this will help just explain more on the compensation plan as well.
All right, guys. Everybody
All
cool?
right. Yep.
Everybody's cool.
Peace out. Nice
Peace
job.
out,
Thank you,
man.
David.
Thank
All right.
Thank you,
I'll see
everybody.
you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, Debbie, nice to see you. Bye-bye.
David.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Joining. Please do not.
Okay, we did good there. I think what I'm going to do this week for the rest of the week is I'm going to call all the people that aren't showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a good.
Are you getting my emails? Are you getting the emails reminding you of the meeting and stuff like that?
Yes.
Please email me back with the words "got it." You know, send me back email so I can get that email to be ripe, if you will. I'm trying to season that email and nobody's emailing me back.
Okay. I'll email you back.
All right, thanks. Have a
Okay.
good. See you
All
later.
right.
Bye-bye.